Hey, what's going on? Chad Whitcomb here from Whitcomb Bee Removal. Today's video is brought to you in Oxford, Massachusetts, so stay tuned. Check this out. Thank you for watching.
Chad Whitcomb and Whitcomb Bee Removal. I think we found the colony. So you can see how that looks right there, that biomass of bees. So we're going to do this removal from the outside, and I'll show you the outside so you can see it. So let's get it. All right, so here's the outside look so you can see they're flying in right there, right in that corner. So they're in that location right there from that corner board there and the siding. So we're gonna pop all that, put the ladder up, pop everything off. Work with, let me show you here. Work with right about this whole section right here is where they are, and get them removed. It's a kind of a rainy day, so they're still flying, but it'll keep a lot of the foragers back in and get the removal, then seal it up. Whitcomb Bee Removal, Chad Whitcomb, Oxford, Mass. So we're here, job in Oxford. This will be removal, honeybees, cutout number 4. Just setting everything up. Supposed to be a rainy day. It's been so rainy here in Massachusetts. So working with the rain, trying to get these girls removed, and new location and safe. Gonna be working outside off a ladder, about 15 feet up. Make sure the ladder's secure. Grab some more things and get this going. So what I'm gonna do now is suit up, and I'll bring you up the ladder to show you what's going on. Vinyl siding right to the corner board and the side. They're in that bay up on that wall, as I showed you earlier with the heat signature. What I'm also going to try to do is make sure you guys can hear me better with this mic. Get the 2-bolt on. Going to pop the vinyl siding off and expose the wall and see what we got for material on the outside. Another thing is too, when you go up to these bees, is flip your hat. This is not like over the top where I get stronger. Just don't want the bees to get caught right here underneath my visor and they sting you right here. Then I do look like Rocky. Yo, I did it! So let's get it. So here's what we got going on. Up the ladder again. And I thought originally when I saw the picture that they were underneath the soffit that's fallen, but they're not. They're above it. And like I told her, there's probably gonna be some rot, and it's been known about. You can see all the caulking on this whole corner. So they find their way in just like that, and they're in this section of the wall. So I'm gonna get this siding pop off, probably like 3-4 layers up to give me enough, and then expose the outside wall material, see if it's plywood, which I think it's going to be a shiplap. It's an older home. All right, let's get into it. All right, we're working through some layers here, trying to box this out right here in this corner. So you see there's 2 layers of exterior siding, well, three, 1, 2, 3, to get down to what's underneath here. So I did cut these to pop these off. So we'll do that next to work this down. Let's see here. There's this corner, super soft. Like there's things come off this corner. You know, there's been some work done through the years here. Bear with me as I pop this all off with a single hand here. Just trying to show you the process. There's a lot that goes into it, just like knowing as far as the carpentry side of things, knowing how this is built and what's going on behind it, because I'm going to have to fill this back in because I can't obviously use all this. So this layer, then this layer, and plywood it and put it back, and then have this all sealed correctly. I mean, even look down here and get in there, so I got to fill all that. So it's probably going to be all spray foamed in there to fill this and at least take care of this section right here. So we'll keep working with that and see what's underneath this. So this is exactly, let me back this up here, what I wanted to see. So here's your stud. Here's the nail line right here. So in this corner right here is where this colony is established. So those are the steps you take to come in here to look at that, know they're between the studs. I went inside with a thermal gun and know it's right up tight against where this roof was, and it was all inside here. I'm hoping not to do anything with this. I'm trying to work around keeping this. But I'm going to have to cut along here and then probably block that to put these pieces back. So a little bit more involvement, and this has been happening for years. You can see all these wax moth carcasses here, what you will, and you see the bees. They've been super docile right now. Like I said, it's a misty day. Had to put the old canopy up down there. Everything's underneath there, so I can remove the comb and save any of the brood larvae and egg comb to go with these girls if we do have that, and see if this queen is a marked queen or unmarked, and see where she's established. So this is cutout number 4. I believe we're at May 29th, I believe. So let's get it. Oxford, Mass. Whitcomb bee removal. All right, the nails are popped. Everything's cut here, cut along the corner board here. I did notice it's loose, but it almost felt like the comb should be like this. I felt like it was attached to these boards. So I'm going to work with the upper board here and work down so that way I can see the comb down inside that corner right there in the bottom. So let's see how they're situated here. I'm going to get the pry bar out here and pop this first board off, and let's see what we got. All right, let's do this together here. Oh, they're going to be a little lower. Look at that, because of this board. So this is not going to be as easy as projected because they are into the roof. There's a nail there. See this block right here. Let's see if I can pop this off. So this is going to be a little bit more advanced because as you see the colony's down into the roof there. Oh, let's see. Yep. Look at this. And a comb is attached to it. I might be able to get it from here, just super tight. I got to look for the queen here because I didn't think that comb was going to come out with it. I don't have the bee vacuum set up or nothing, but that's what's going on. All right, so vacuum set. We're going to work with the outside here. Go slow, and we'll look for the queen. It's cooler, so they're bunching together, staying together. And we'll just work with them real slow all the way through. Then we'll work with this here and do the best we can. They're attached to this 45 block right here. And that's full of poop. All right, I'll get back to you. All right, there they are. It's misting pretty good. There's canopy. Me always up on the ladder. We'll get these girls safe. We'll work with them. Get the one landing on my neck right there. We'll get it safe. Find the queen and work from there. Try to get her in the queen clip, which is right here ready. And then move them out. So here comes some water dripping off the upper roof. So let's get this done because that's not going to be fun. Stay tuned. Chad Whitcomb, Whitcomb bee removal. Start working with them and just work the outside. Listen, the combs kind of like tucked in different directions here. They're masters of that, of filling the space. So I'm gonna work with this and go real slow. Get this clean. First comb was removed from this corner here. Kind of a funky triangle comb. See all the new comb built right there, all that white. Work into this big piece here and see the rain is dripping all over the place. So coming in kind of quick here. Here's a piece of comb when this took off. Just kind of looking for the queen here real quick. See what's going on back there. They're building pretty good, so I want to look for eggs here as well. Keep working at it. So we have confirmed those little white dots, little like pieces of rice in there, those are eggs. So we have a laying queen, which is good. So you can see little white dots in there. That's eggs. All right, the laying queen. That's good. All right, what I've done is I've worked a lot of the bees, the numbers down to establish what I got left for comb here and try to take away the amount of bees and the clustering when I remove this piece of comb, because then she's gonna start running and going every crack. As you see, they're coming out of this corner here, they're going underneath this little roof rafter here and coming up over here. So I tried to separate this down here with the vacuum and that cluster of bees and get her here in this corner or on the back side of this comb. I'm still going to work with a lot more of these bees so that way I'm not dealing with a lot at the end. And then they started to crawl up here, so I caulked that to stop them from crawling up above there to where I can't get her, because she will run and she will hide. All right, just remove that big piece of comb. There's one small piece of comb there, but I have been noticing that the bees have been going to this corner and fanning. So I have a feeling she's in this corner because they are definitely all going to that corner. So it's a crack behind there going up. The reason why I caulked here. So it's in a bad situation. It'll have me work with the rest of the bees and the rest of this comb and remove it. And as I keep removing bees, she should show her face if she is in behind there. So keep working at the last piece of comb here. All right, so we're at the last comb and I'm just trying to get all the bees. And now it's the hiding game. So they're going different directions. They're coming down over here, coming up out of there. They're still behind the comb there a little bit, poking their heads up right there. And I see bees hiding up in there. So I'm gonna remove this last comb. I have not seen this queen yet. So I don't want to do this, but because they're crawling up here in this bay, I can actually smoke them back this way and try to get her walking or coming up and getting out. That way I can just get a visual on her. I'm pretty sure I didn't get her in the vacuum. It could have happened, but the way they're acting and they're kind of staying tight tells me that she's somewhere and they can still smell her pheromone, because usually they'll crawl all over the place and start like flying to catch her pheromone, but they're fanning and staying tight on both sides. So she's somewhere in here. So I'm going to smoke it and see if she comes out. So as the bees come out of this bottom here still, I look down, I can see some comb in here. So I'm sure there's old comb in here. I'm pretty sure this queen is in this bay now. So I'm going to have to talk to the customer about opening up another bay here because I believe there's more comb. I can see it right in the hole right down in there, and there's a lot of bees coming out of there. So there's no doubt she's hiding in there. The main colony was here that they started, but she's no doubt hiding in this other bay here because there's a lot of bees still coming out of there. So I'm gonna have to open up another bay just to make sure it's all cleaned out. So we'll keep pushing. You can see there's a lot of bees coming out of there. It's just on not right to, and they're crawling along this roof line. I can't see them. They're crawling out. They're going back and forth. So I'm trying to look for this queen where she is, but I see comb in this section. So we're going to remove this section here. I just talked to the homeowner. She knows what's going on, and trying to work with what I can do here. But you see comb down in the hole down there to another bay. There's no doubt she's hiding in there. So I'll let these bees come out. I'll keep sucking them up. Maybe during this, I'll see her. Try to do this quick here. So I pulled that piece off down there. There was comb. A lot of bees attached to it. They're still fanning right there, but they're walking back and forth on this bottom. And it's like a 2-inch underneath this roof I can't see. So now at least I can smoke them up back and forth and see when they crawl over it here in this stud to try to see her. So trying here. We're working with it. So still haven't seen her. Okay, just an update. I have them chased to this corner pretty much, and they're just gonna smoke the corner to have them come out, and just trying to fight every bee I can. If I see the queen and she's crawling, she's gonna go in the tube because, like I said, I still haven't seen her. So pumping away here. She finally came out. Oh, sorry, she's a blue queen, so she's a this year's queen. Heck yeah, thank you, Lord. Like, I've been standing here for an hour, like smoking and getting all the bees out. Thank you, Lord. We got her. Heck yeah. Let's go. All right. That is it. It is clean. Queen is inside. This year's 2025 queen. A couple of stragglers I want to suck up, and then we're going to go dump these girls into a hive and then close this thing up. Heck yeah. She did not want to come out. We got her. Whitcomb bee removal. Chad Whitcomb, Oxford, Mass. All right. We're back at the girls' final resting place. This is Chad Whitcomb with Whitcomb bee removal. We got the yard. We got everything set here. Again, we saw a little bit of, it's a mated queen. It's this year's queen, blue dot. She had some eggs in there and so forth, and then the customer noticed them about 4 weeks ago. So I'm actually going to give them a lot more than they already had. So this should help get that queen fire away. So I'm going to start them off with a full, obviously deep brood box, and then I'm going to put a queen excluder, and I'm going to put a super on this because they can start storing that nectar and so forth up there to start for the honey season. So let's, this is removal number 4, and it's Oxford, Mass, and a blue dot, this year's queen. So we're going to tap them all down, kind of get them down there. It's going to be a little flighty here. Knock all that in, and then we dump. They're still bunched up pretty good here, so that's most of them. I have the queen in the clip right there. Now as these bees disperse and they climb up, I'm going to put the frames in. I'm going to make some adjustments here to the middle. Put this here. Trying to give them some built out frames to start off with. And then I'm going to put, I think I'm going to push them this way a little bit. So there's 4 foundation frames, mean just wax, nothing built out. But because they're a swarm that just swarmed, they should be good to go with building out. And there's frames in here with food as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this queen in here, and I'm going to show you the best I can. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change this around so it's easier. Hold on a second. Let's get this queen back in. There she is, blue dot. Oh, there she is right there. Now the girls will come over to her. Watch how they surround her. They'll come in, clean her up, and get her ready. New home. Thanks for watching. Whitcomb bee removal. Again, this is Chad Whitcomb. Have a safe, blessed day. God bless.